Hello students, today we will be doing 1 and 2 step equations, the H worksheet. So number 1 has a little bit of a trickster going on. We have 44 equals x minus a negative 23. Remember when they just have one parentheses, no in or anything else, and there's a negative in front and a negative outside, we're going to change this to a plus sign. So now we have 44 equals x plus 23. Now we do our inverse operation, so we're going to subtract 23 here. Subtract 23 here. 4 minus 3 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. So x equals 21. Okay. All right, now we're going to go on to number 2. This is also a little bit of a trickster. We're going to put a line down the equal sign. Here's my x. Now it's a negative 68. So we're going to go opposite of negative plus 68. What we do on one side of the equation, we have to do on the other. Now here's where students go wrong. They'll just put x equals. And you're like, why? Why is that wrong, Miss Rupert? Well, you have to bring down this minus sign. Okay? So it becomes a negative x. So subtraction becomes a negative. Now, over here, is this a battle or a party? It's a battle. So we're going to take our handy-dandy calculator, 76. I'm going to make it negative. I'm going to add 68. And that's negative 8. Now, if you have a negative x, you can also put a 1 in front of it. So it's negative 1x. So multiply that with x. I'm going to divide by negative 1. And x equals 8. Now if I want to plug that in, because this is a little bit of a trickster problem, I could put negative 68 minus 8. Does that equal negative 76? And if you want to on the calculator, 68 negative, and then minus 8. You can double check your answers, negative 76. And you're like, bam, I got it right. Okay, so that's the beauty of math. You can almost always check your answer. Okay, number 3, we're moving on here. We're going to use the distributive property. Many students forget to multiply the second one here. Don't leave the x behind. Negative 9 times 13. Oh, I don't know what that is. Is it 117 or something? I don't know. So 9 times 13. I'm not going to worry about positive or negative. It's 113. Because I know negative times positive is negative. Negative 9 times, if you want, you can put a 1 here. Negative 9 times 1, negative 9x. Now, this is negative 17. Subtract 9x equals 90. We have to get rid of this first. So we get rid of that by going plus 117. Now, this subtraction sign, make sure you draw an arrow and you bring it down here. Negative 9x. That's not a beautiful arrow, but I'm sure you can make a better one. Equals 7, 10, 207. Now, this is not x subtract 9. It's not negative 9 minus x. It's negative 9 times x. So we do the inverse operation, divide by negative 9. Can you see that? It's getting a little bit low there. Okay, so we take our handy-dandy calculator. Make sure you put in the number right. And make sure plus minus on the 9. Negative 23. Okay. All right, we're going on to number 7. Line down the equal sign. A is over here. We want to get rid of this. So we go plus 1. That gets rid of that. We want to watch that. Again, I would draw the arrow down, It's plus, so we don't need to worry about it. But I want you to get into the habit of drawing the arrow sign down there. A divided by 5 is 2. So I'm going to multiply by 5 on both sides. And A equals 10. So if I want, I can plug it back in. Negative 1 plus 10 over 5 is 2. So negative 1 plus 2 equals 1. That's correct. Okay. Next, I'm going to go on to number 9. I believe this is on the back side. Draw a line down the equal sign. This is minus 1 plus 1. Now, again, this is not subtract 11. It's negative 11 times k. So I do the inverse operation, which is divide by negative 11. Again, handy dandy calculator. Negative 16. Okay, number 10 looks like a little bit of a trickster. Again, here's the variable. It's divided by 5. It's also got a minus 9. So we need to get rid of this guy first. So we have to multiply by 5. That cancels with that. And we get n minus 9 equals 0 times 5, 0. Then we just add 9. And we're done. Okay, 12 and 15 are both a little bit trickster. And we're going to use the distributive property. Negative 8v, negative 8 times 4, negative 32 equals 16. Okay? Now I want you to finish that. You can pause the video, but I'm going to jump to number 15 now. Use the distributive property here. 99, and then negative 9 times 1k, when there's not a variable there, minus 9k equals negative 108. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and work a little bit more on 15. 12 you should be able to do. This gets rid of 99. Many of you are going to try and add 99. Don't do it. And again, there's the minus sign. Draw the arrow down. Negative 207 maybe? Yes. Take your handy dandy calculator. I'll let you finish the rest. You can do it, students. You rock.